A dive into the tumultuous world of politics where the underestimated often shine the brightest. Today we take a look at Alistair Darling, a Labour politician who served as Chancellor of the Exchequer during the 2008 global financial crisis. Born and bred in the realm of politics, Darling quickly rose through the ranks, but his defining moment came when the world's economy teetered on the brink. As Chancellor, he navigated the treacherous waters of the financial storm, managing the rescue of the Royal Bank of Scotland through a plan of part public ownership. In the wake of the crisis, he implemented measures to stimulate the economy while reducing record peacetime borrowing. However, the fruits of his labours were cut short when Labour lost the 2010 election and austerity measures replaced recovery efforts. Despite the political setback, Darling's influence on British politics endured, his legacy now a testament to his resilience and leadership. Sadly, we lost this political titan recently at the age of 70. Alistair Darling, a man who weathered the storm of the financial crisis and left an indelible mark on British politics. In the realm of finance, mistakes are not merely missteps but valuable lessons. Enter the Library of Mistakes, a unique institution inaugurated by none other than Alistair Darling. This Edinburgh-based library is not your typical repository of books. Rather, it's a treasury of wisdom gleaned from the financial missteps of the past. The Library of Mistakes was founded with a clear purpose: to enhance financial understanding by delving into historical blunders. It provides a platform for investors, scholars, and anyone interested in finance to learn from past errors in judgment, misguided strategies, and unforeseen market fluctuations. Beyond its shelves, the library is a vibrant hub of intellectual exchange. It kicked off with a week-long festival of mistakes, inviting seasoned investors to share their career-defining blunders. Through these candid conversations, attendees gleaned that even the most successful investors have had their share of fumbles. And it's from these missteps that they've drawn invaluable lessons that shaped their subsequent decisions. The library operates under the premise that progress in finance is cyclical, a cycle often punctuated by the same mistakes. It posits that the financial world is prone to collective amnesia, forgetting the lessons of yesterday in the face of today's market frenzy. However, the library seeks to disrupt this cycle, providing a constant reminder of the potential pitfalls of illiquidity, excessive leverage, and disregard for market valuations. Through its work, the Library of Mistakes aspires to foster a culture of learning in the financial world. It encourages investors to not just admit their errors, but to dissect them, understand their roots, and apply these insights in future endeavors. In the world of finance, history often repeats itself. But with the Library of Mistakes, the aim is to break that cycle. From politics and finance, we shift our gaze to the housing market in Britain, which is currently experiencing a surge in prices. But could this boom derail post-Brexit trade dreams? The housing market in the UK has been on a rollercoaster ride, with prices skyrocketing to a 13.4% annual increase in June, the highest since 2004. This surge is primarily fueled by a tax break on property purchases and the demand for larger houses due to remote work during the pandemic. But a question arises: could this housing boom pose a threat to post-Brexit export-led growth? Historically, there has been an inverse relationship between house prices and the contribution of trade to economic growth. A booming housing market can boost consumer confidence and household spending, increasing demand for imports and relying on foreign investors to fund the balance of payments deficit. Moreover, a housing boom can crowd out the manufacturing sector, which is crucial for exports. Rising house prices attract labour and capital from higher productivity industries, leading to wage increases without productivity gains and making manufacturing less competitive. The decline in manufacturing jobs has accelerated during periods of high house price growth. A house price boom can also attract foreign investment, leading to an expensive domestic currency and making exports more costly. The potential negative impact of the housing market on exports depends on what happens after the pandemic. While there are expectations of a slowdown in the housing market next year, previous forecasts have underestimated house price gains. Policymakers have aimed for a rebalancing of the economy towards export-led growth. but there may be a temptation to stimulate the housing market again as the economy recovers from the COVID-19 slump. However, pumping up the housing market may not be an effective way to stimulate consumption, as it primarily benefits existing homeowners. The risk of upsetting homeowners, a powerful voting bloc, has hindered efforts to build more homes. The Finance Minister, Rishi Sunak, has implemented policies to boost investment in manufacturing, but more help is needed to overcome supply chain problems and labour shortages exacerbated by Brexit. Sunak will need to avoid repeating past mistakes of overinflating the housing market and falling short on export targets. The housing boom, while a sign of economic recovery, could pose a threat to Britain's export-led growth. Policymakers will need to tread carefully to avoid repeating past mistakes. From an underestimated chancellor to a library of mistakes and a housing boom with potential repercussions, we've journeyed through the intriguing world of British politics and economics. We've explored the significant role Alistair Darling played during the tumultuous financial crisis. His strategies for economic recovery, though cut short by political shifts, showcased the importance of strong leadership during trying times. Our journey then led us to the Library of Mistakes in Edinburgh. This unique institution, inaugurated by Darling himself, serves as a stark reminder of the cyclical nature of financial blunders. It emphasizes the importance of learning from past errors to avoid repeating them, a lesson that continues to resonate in the world of finance. Finally, we delved into the current housing boom in Britain, a double-edged sword that could potentially influence the nation's post-Brexit plans. The surge in house prices, while beneficial for homeowners, could inadvertently hinder export-led growth. It's a delicate balance that policymakers must navigate, avoiding the temptation of short-term gains for long-term stability. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and stay curious.